In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to fix build failed errors in Vercel. If your deployment keeps failing and you are not sure where to start, this walkthrough will help you go through the most common fixes in a clean, practical order. We'll begin inside Vercel and then move into a few configuration issues that often cause builds to break. First, go to Vercel and open the project that is giving you the error. Once you're on the project page, click on Deployments. This is where you can review the history of your builds and identify which deployment failed. Opening the failed deployment is useful because it gives you a direct place to retry the build and confirm whether the issue is temporary or something deeper in the project setup. Next, select the failed deployment, click the three-dot menu for more options, and choose Redeploy. Before you confirm, make sure to uncheck the option that says Use Existing Build Cache. This matters because cache build data can sometimes preserve the exact problem you are trying to get rid of. By forcing a clean rebuild, you give Vercel a chance to install and compile everything from scratch, which often resolves stubborn build issues. After that, go to your environment variables settings and add a variable named Vercel force no build cache with the value 1. This is another way to make sure Vercel does not rely on old cached data during the build process. It can be especially helpful if the same failure keeps happening even after a manual redeploy. If the build still fails, check for case sensitivity file path errors. This is a very common issue when a project works locally but fails in Vercel. For example, a file name might use one capitalization style while the import path uses another. Some local environments are more forgiving, but Vercel's build environment is not. Make sure every import matches the exact file and folder names, character for character. You should also compare your local configuration with your Vercel configuration. If the app builds on your machine, but not in production, there may be a mismatch in settings, runtime expectations, or project configuration. Review both carefully so they align as closely as possible. Then make sure all required environment variables are present in Vercel. If your app depends on certain values during build time and those values are missing, the deployment can fail immediately. Double check that everything your project expects has been added in the correct environment. Finally, address any out-of-memory or OM errors. If your build logs mention memory limits, the issue may be caused by a build process that is too heavy for the current setup. In that case, you'll need to optimize the build or adjust how the project is compiled so it uses fewer resources. Those are the key fixes to try when you see build failed errors in Vercel.